Hi there, Aquarians, and welcome back to my channel, the Zodiac Love Tarot. I'm Jennifer Winters, and this is your Aquarius June 2020 Astrology Tarot Reading. And you guys have had some really good readings anyways. Every time I do one for you, it's really positive, but this is even going to be the cream of the crop here because we're going to be talking about your money, and the reason why we're doing that is because we have a lot of Jupiter energy coming into the month of June. We're going to have Jupiter quintile Chiron, meaning that anything that's standing in your way, any old problems standing in your way between you and making money, it's going to just open up for you, and you're going to think out of the box in some unconventional ways to finally make some money for yourself if that's what's been holding you back. And then also we have some other interesting energies, like we have an asteroid coming through, which is Pallas, that is going into Capricorn, and so that means you're going to be able to lay down a strategy to make that money, and that's a lot of really Athena energy, the goddess of war. She's able to strategize. And then we also have Mars going into Aries on June the 27th. So you also have that energy that's going to help you feel very passionate about some new project. And then at the end of the month on June 30th, you're going to have Jupiter conjunct Pluto, meaning that abundance is on its way. It's ready to start rolling for you. So any ruts you've been stuck in is going to start. You know, like you can imagine something in retrograde and then going back forward, that's what's happening. And then also on June the 5th, we have something very similar to that kind of energy where things that are going to happen anyway or that are inevitable are going to start to speed up. And then those things are going to come to a resolution for you. And that's going to be on June 5th with the strawberry moon. It's a prenumbral lunar eclipse, so it's a really cool kind of moon. It gives you that sort of energy. And then lastly, we have Venus going direct, which is what I like to talk about because I'm ruled by Venus, and that is going to be on what day? June the 25th. Yep. So money is what we're talking about, though, in this reading, and this is going to be called the Rockefeller spread. And it's going to really tell you what your connection is to money and how you view money. And if you don't know who Rockefeller was, he was very rich, and he was also a really cool humanitarian. So, and that's the reason why the spread is dedicated to him. So, and I also have my celestial deck back because I was using Rider-Waite. So kind of my deck's going back direct. And then these energy cards, which I did an energy reading, and I covered all the chakras. I hope you guys saw that because that is really going to help you vibrate on a higher frequency even when we start talking about your money here. Okay, so the first card that we're going to pick is going to be, what does money mean to you? What does it mean to you? All right, so we got the Al-Risha, which is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. So there's an emotional attachment to money, and I guess money... this makes sense really for Aquarius because it's almost like a love-hate relationship with money. And that's what this is saying, that this is a love-hate relationship. It's something that sometimes you wonder if money is bad for society or something. So this definitely is an interesting card to pull for that. But let's just get some clarification on it. Okay, yep, here's the Envy card. So this card typically means that you, not you particularly, but people in general, when they get this card, it's about feeling unsatisfied with what you already have and always looking at what other people have or wishing that you could have what other people have. So it creates a negative energy. So what this is telling me, though, about Aquarians in particular is not necessarily that you have this sort of feeling like you don't have any gratitude, because I know you do. What it is that you can look out and see that some people in the community or in society don't have the appreciation that they should have for the things that they already have. So that's the energy that I'm pulling. I'm not pulling that you guys have any envy. I feel it that you think that it creates that kind of energy. So that is the reason why you also have a love-hate relationship to it. Very, very interesting. Okay, so the next thing is, what is your relationship to the energy of money? So we don't often think of inanimate objects as having some sort of energy, but of course they do. They're made up of molecules, and money also circulates, and it touches a lot of hands, and it creates a lot of different things in the world. I mean, it manifests its own energy. So what is your relationship to that energy that money manifests? Let's see. Okay, so you've got the Lover's card, which is the Gemini card. So I think that in this particular case, maybe it seems like you love money, but at the same time, because there's that other energy where you have this other half, it's telling me that you love money, but only when you're able to share it, or only when you're able to complete another person with it, or do some good with it, or create love with it. So that's a good energy to have, because that love, like I said, love-hate relationship, the love part is conditional, as to how well you can provide for others and how much love you can give with it. But let's just get some clarification on there. Okay, so we have the sixth chakra, which is the Archangel Metatron. Now this tells me that you have a vision behind how you spend your money, and a vision behind the energy of that money. So as long as it's for some sort of humanitarian effort, or if it's to help other people, you have a vision for that, and that's your connection to that sort of energy, as you look at all the good you could do with it. So that's very cool. And then if you haven't seen the chakra videos, please go back to the video about the third eye and see if you can meditate on that and open and activate that third eye, because that's even going to help your vision really take flight. Okay. All right, so now I'm loving this energy. Okay, so what does money offer you? When you get it, what does it offer you? Because so far it seems like you're really just you want to offer it to everybody else, but let's see what it offers you. Okay, mutable air. And again, we have the Gemini, and we have all this Gemini energy. And so you're able to communicate. That's what it offers to you. It's like, okay, well, if I have, it's almost like an Elon Musk feel is what I'm getting, is like when you have money, you're able to see the vision through, but you're also able to tell people about it and get the awareness out. And then that helps further your vision, because that's, you see the Prince of Swords here, meaning that he's able to clarify his vision and also move forward with his vision. So this is some really cool energy. I love this, Aquarius. Okay. Let's get some clarification on what money offers you. Okay, so it also has a man holding a coin. So this tells me that this is a very masculine energy. And so when money offers you a sense of, well, you could say masculinity, but of pride and providership, like you're able to provide for other people, and you feel like when you have control of the money, because you have such good will towards what you're going to do with it, that you're the one who holds the coin or the purse string, makes you feel a lot more in control. Okay, so you like being in control of this money. And then let's see, how do you make the most of your money? So I feel like I'm going to get something more humanitarian here. Let's see. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords, which is the Pisces, okay, and the Aquarius energy, okay? So the way you make the most of the money is by reflecting on how to use it and how best to put it back into the world, okay? So you've got that vision that you're looking at, but you need to really reflect on it and make sure that all of your moves are congruent to how you want to portray that vision, okay? So that's how you make the most of the money, is to be able to like reflect on what you need to do with it. All right, and then now this is the clarification, which is going to be your root chakra, and it's guarded by Archangel Michael and also protected. So this tells me, again, that to make the most of your money, you're going to want to use it for your own security, for feeling grounded and rooted, but also not just your own security, but it's like it's going to be like it has to resonate with your deepest values, is what it's telling me. So to make the most of your money, you need to resonate with your own rooted, grounded values, okay? All right, so the next card is, do you have a surplus or a shortage of money? Okay, so let's see see, I'm so nosy when it comes to these, because sometimes it'll say, yeah, you have a surplus, and other times it'll be like, no, you don't. And then I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, so do you have a surplus? Well, you got the Six of Pentacles, and that's the Auriga card. So this tells me you have enough to take care of your needs right now, but we see the Chariot in the background, meaning that you have some, but it may not be enough. You still have to take some action, and you need to take it very soon so that you can start to build that money back up. And it's a good thing that it's June, and it's a good thing that Jupiter's here to help. That is the planet of expansion and abundance. So as long as you're clearing out those chakras and you're coming up with those ideas, especially on June 1st and 2nd, you're making up those strategies. I think that's going to help move you forward really quickly, and then you're going to be able to use that surplus that you do have in the best way possible, but it's not too much of a surplus, so you want to make sure you just make some action so you don't run out. But let's see what the clarification card says. Okay, so it says contract here. Okay, so this is telling me that, in terms of a surplus, I think that you could go back and look at contracts that you've made. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Contracts that you've made with companies, and see like where you can cut back. There may be some expenses that you have that you don't even realize because you haven't maybe gone through your bank account and said, okay, I forgot to turn that off, or I forgot I was paying for that, and now they're taking the money out of this. And so those kind of contracts you want to try and cut down on. And then even if it's your phone contract, maybe you're spending too much there. Or maybe it's another kind of contract. I don't like to think of in terms of like, divorce or lawsuits or anything, but I mean, it could be for some people that could be happening. So you want to get those resolved, which is going to probably end up happening on June the 5th or thereof. Someone's going to say something that's going to further along the inevitable. Okay, so that'll help wrap up whatever that is that you're going through. But for the most part, this just means like, whatever contracts you have, clear them up if you're not using them or whatever. Okay, so we don't have to go all the way to court to solve this. Okay, so what expense should you eliminate? Now this has been quite the weird experience when I've seen some of the other signs, what they spend their money on. It's funny. Okay, let's find out what you are doing though. Okay, well this is great. Okay, so it's the Chariot. So what money should you eliminate is what this is saying. What expense should you eliminate? And in this way, I mean, when you get this Cancer card like this, and it has the Chariot again, because now we see the Chariot in the background once again, this is telling me that sometimes you spend money emotionally, and you want something to happen. You want something to move forward. So, I mean, a simple, explanation of this is like you're bored and you spend $350 on getting your hair done or something because emotionally you feel like it's going to do something for you or it's going to comfort you, but it may not be what you really need at the time. There's other ways for you to feel emotionally better. It could be you're spending too much money on food. It could be whatever it is that you feel like it could fill a void, or get over a spell of boredom or something. Then you want to kind of not necessarily eliminate the whole process. Maybe you could, just change your hair slightly, or maybe you could, just have a nice dinner or something like that every once in a while, but don't go extravagant trying to spend things that you feel like are going to emotionally make you feel better, because oftentimes after you do it, they really don't. So let's get some clarification now. So it says the angel of balance here, which makes sense. So balance, you could already see that as a Libra, I was trying to balance that out for you, where I was like, okay, so sometimes you can, but don't always do it. Don't overdo it. So that's the thing that you want to work with here, is balancing your money, or balancing what your needs are to your wants. And if you can get closer to what you want with spending less money, then try that as well. Okay. Like one time the expense that I cut down was like going to get my fingernails done all the time, because like, first of all, like, it doesn't last for very long anyways. I do like it, but it's not something that, is that important to me, and I can do them myself, but anyways, this is about you. All right, so the next thing that we're going to cover is your realistic financial goals. And this is funny because I've been pulling cards that say, like, when you're going to make money, because a card will come up and it'll give me some sort of timeline, and I'm like, oh, wow, or a season or something that's been happening, but let's see what it is for you. Okay, so Scorpio, and you've got the Death card, which is the rising of the Phoenix and this transformation. So this is going to start happening right away, okay? So your realistic goals are going to kind of depend on you right now, but it can happen right away. So anything that you feel is negative in your life, anything that you feel that you've been holding on to, I really want you to go back and on June 1st and really channel that Chiron energy and get rid of anything that's blocking your mind for you not to make money. Like it could be a negative self-thought. It could be a disbelief in yourself. It could be that you've had some failures and those are just, scarring you up mentally. And that, so all of that stuff you have to open it up and open up that chakra for it and say, okay, well, that was the past, and now this is the future. And you could even do like a little tiny ritual or something to get rid of all those old wounds, because this is definitely going to just immediately turn everything around for you. So this is can happen right away, but you have to put the effort in to get it done. I would say another chakra that you could look at for this one would be the Earth Star chakra. That would be a good one for the full transformation, because we always talk about transformation in the Earth Star chakra. Okay. All right. So let's get some clarification. Okay. So yes, deceit. That makes perfect sense. You're deceiving yourself because of some past failure, or because of everything I just said, like an old wound, or or negative self-talk, or some disbelief that you have in yourself. So the deceit is coming from you. You're deceiving yourself because you are not tapping into your divine value, and you're not tapping into your capability. So just look out for that, because you can turn this around right now. All right, if you just stop thinking that way. And then the next one is, what else is going to help you reach this goal more quickly? Okay, so we already talked about getting rid of these wounds, but what else can we do to help you out? Okay, so we have the Cardinal Fire, which is the King of Wands. King of Wands. So now what you want to do is start manifesting. Like after you do that cleansing for the self-talk, and cleansing for any curses or something you feel that have been put on you, or any negative energy that someone's been giving you, you got to get rid of all that. And then once you get rid of it, the first thing that you want to do is start manifesting. Start trying your new psychology out, or your new plan. You need to start doing it right away. And then you see this Aries here, and this is that Mars energy that we were talking about. Mars being in Aries on June the 27th. So you are going to be able to transform, and you are going to be able to put that energy into place. So I just feel it already. I can feel it's a futuristic feeling, though, that I'm getting. It's like a week or so from now that I'm feeling like you're just going to snap out of it, and you're going to get this wonderful, passionate King of Wands energy where you can manifest anything. But let me just do the clarification and see what's really going on. Okay, so storm warning. And it's interesting because I actually like this card for what I just said for you, because when you're going through this transformation, you're going to let go of a lot of chaos that's been in your life. I mean, even if you feel like you've had bad luck for a while, and you've been on a string of it, and you almost feel like there's something just, like a dark cloud following over you. Well, what this is going to do is it's going to circulate all of those feelings, all of that negative stuff that you have in there, and it's going to just kick it up. And then the storm, once it settles and you do that transformation, everything's going to be okay. So it's almost like the right not the calm before the storm, but because you've already had that, but now it's the storm, and then after the storm is when everything calms down, you reconstruct your life, you put everything back together again. So it's okay to get to destroy things as long as on the other side of that you rebuild, okay? So yeah, that's all making sense. And then the last card is, what can you spend your money on? Okay, what can you spend your money on? What are you allowed to spend your money on? Let's find out. Okay, so all right, travel. So you have the Prince of Wands, and he's traveling towards a new destination. He's trusting the Sagittarius there, and the Sagittarius is letting him know that it's safe to travel. And so this tells me that it's okay for you to take a trip, okay, and for you to reinvent yourself at the same time and to really come out of your shell, okay? But let's get the last card of clarification. Yep, okay. So back to the balancing act, it's the yin and yang. Once you do all of this, you're going to feel 100% more balanced, and you're going to just have everything that seemed off back together again. And this is going to give you joy, peace, serenity, like all the things that you've been looking for. So just really work on that transformation. Again, this is a great one for the Earth Star chakra. So please take a look at that. All right, so it looks like you're going to be able to manifest your money right away as long as you just do a little bit of house cleaning in your mind, okay? So thank you so much for coming to the channel. If you did like this message, please give me a like and then leave a comment down below. Say what you want to see next time. I'm also, asking people if they would like to see these videos combined into one. So let me know if you want to see that. And that way you can just do a timestamp and then can go down to the video that you want to see next time. Just when you hit the timestamp, it goes to your portion of the video, and that will happen next time. But just let me know if that's something that you're interested in. And also, please subscribe to the channel so I can see you back in July. And that's it for me. So thank you so much, Aquarius, and thank you for that energy because it's awesome. Bye.